Hi Arizona, I'm Big Mike. Today I want to talk to you about some diseases that you can look for in your yard and talk to you about your trees. You know, the biggest complaint I hear when I go to a yard is, on this tree, it's a mesquite tree, this tree's driving me crazy. It's dropping stuff everywhere. It's just crazy. I keep trimming it, it keeps growing, I keep trimming it, it keeps growing, it's dropping stuff everywhere. I tell people, stop. Let me educate you. It's a vicious cycle that's not going to stop, and here's why. If you look at this tree right here, you're going to see that it's got a black weeping substance coming from the tree. The tree is sick, known as slime flux, gummosis. It's a fungi in the soil that's absorbed through the root zones systemically, and you'll see it exposing itself coming out of the tree, and the tree's pushing that disease out of the tree, trying to get healthy. So, number one, by nature, trees drop their leaves. Before we were ever here, trees dropped their leaves on the ground, the deer, the animals came by and went to the bathroom, that all dissolved into the soil and the trees ate it. We live in the beautiful city of Phoenix, right here in Paradise Valley, and we want a nice yard, so we clean it all up. So what happens? The tree says, whoa, I got to drop more leaves, they just clean them up. Drop leaves, clean them up, drop leaves, clean them up. So it's a vicious cycle of a sick tree trying to drop leaves so it can eat and survive. So number one, I tell a customer, let me educate you. Let me help you. If I can educate you, we can get this tree on the right track and we can all be happy. So number one, what we need to do is we need to treat this tree, diagnose it, get the symptoms under control, possible soil samples. This is pretty evident what's going on here, what we can do for the tree. Number one, compost. Compost was here before you and I were ever here. It's the greatest thing on the planet. Got a lot of organics in it. It's all microbes, beneficial fungi, all that for the tree that needs to survive. Number one, I recommend is we pull the rock back, do a nice compost bed, change your drip system to micro sprayers, which spans out a spray instead of just drips. That will keep the compost moist. Number one, we're going to create compost tea, which is going to drip into the soil and keep the compost moist, and all those micronutrients are going to drip into the soil. That's going to start killing and feeding the fungi that are on the roots of this tree that are chemically bound by a lot of the salts in the soil and even our Phoenix City water. So we'll do the compost well. Then we do an organic feeding where we inject the soil with a high pressure pump that will instantly feed the tree organic nutrients that it needs to survive and to thrive and to grow new leaves and to combat this disease. Though we'll never be able to get rid of these marks, we'll see progress in the tree by new green growth. Get the tree properly pruned out, all the structure put in, get the dead wood out of it. Let's make the tree healthy, and let's see the difference we can make on trees. Let's keep our trees. Remember, green for life. That's what we're going for. Naturally organic, green for life. That's what we want to keep our trees. This guy just needs some help, and we can make him healthy and keep him in our yard, and we can enjoy the shade. Take a look around. It's hot here. We need shade, and we need these trees to survive. So walk your yard. When I come to see you, have some questions for me. Look for these diseases in your trees. Sometimes they're dark black sappy. Sometimes they're crystal clear balls on the tree. It's just different various things. Peel some of the bark back in little spots out of the sun. You know, you might find spider mites in there, which are little white eggs on the tree. All these diseases will hurt your tree. So walk your yard, look around, try to have some questions for me so I can educate you and put a plan together to make your yard happy here in Phoenix. I'm Big Mike with your deep root feeding and organic sickness treatment today infomercial for you today.